It's just a part of my life. I want to share some stories of the women that pioneered the West. And this is a new one that I just wrote. It's called Ballad of Mount Silver Heels. And this is about a woman from the gold rush in Colorado. And I just wrote it last week, so we'll see how this goes.
Let's see how this goes. Okay. KVMR. Kendra Lee Highwater, along with John Michael and Kyle Cart.
Brightest night, a billbox hall, two gunshots silence the crowd, and the prettiest thing the Rockies had seen removed her black lace veil, worth more than gold, one dance with her, need never a night in her bed. And then the cold of 61, with the smallpox and rabbits but the dance hall girl held fast to tan to the miners of buckskin Joe. She sacrificed her beauty and gold, nightingale and silver heels. And a fever came in her head in pain, and the blisters that boiled her skin. Tears streamed down her face, now marked, covered again in her black laced veil. Her cabin deserted, her cast iron cold, horse left the graves in the field, in the lost coast town of Baskin Joe. Trace was found of silver heels.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. I'd say you've got that one down. You say it's brand new, and it sounds like it's been there for some time now.
I gotta get lost in that song because I'm thinking of like the imagery of it so much in this woman's life, and so like I'll be singing it and then they start playing it and then I get just lost in it.
Well, I was going to
Getting
ask
lost
you
in it.
about your inspiration. It's okay to get lost in. That's what the song is all about. You get lost in.
Yeah.
It's all about getting lost in it.
Exactly. So do you have any? Do you do
Right,
any
Kyle?
research for these songs?
Yeah,
or
I like
is-
to go to the historical library up on Pine Street,
Uh-huh.
across from the courthouse. That's a good place to get some inspiration. And they actually asked me to do a song series or something, some sort of show at the historical library. So we're gonna be doing that soon, but I'm not sure the date is for that.
Because you mentioned it to me. I was gonna. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So there's no date on that. It's just a yes. I'll do it.
We just started talking about this last week.
Okay.
And I just, another recent song that I wrote was the woman that was hung in Downeyville, her story. And I went to the library and I was like, hey, I want to learn about this woman. I've been wanting to write her song for a long time. And so I went in there and the ladies helped me get some information. And then I came back a week later to sing it. And it was awesome to like give life to these stories that are just sitting, getting dusty at the library. And yeah, there's a lot of history there.
There's an old story that if we don't mention their name, if we don't recall them back, then their memory fades and
Yeah.
fades away to dust.
Yeah.
So, like you mentioned.
Well, that's
Dust-
exactly
dust
what this
the-
next
dust
song's
the
about.
memories
Yeah.
off,
So we're gonna play the Senorita Hung in Old Downeyville.
You're in touch with Community Radio KVMR. We're in the studio with Kendra Lee Highwater. She's with their friends Kyle Carr and John Michael, and we're going to hear this next tune here from
All
Kendra.
right, this one's a little bit of a story.
Friedrich got tender, Augustus Kenny was devilishly handsome, son of a bitch. And a young senorita that put an end to him. History books forgot her name, but her legend still lives. Up at the forks where the North Yuba flows, where 5,000 men loose as the gold. In the sweltering heat of that 4th of July, and it stumbled from the bars into the night. And he came to the house at a fair Mexican, lying asleep with her lover in bed. Unhinged and drunk, he busted her door. Said, I've come to pay a visit, get cheap with a whore. Woman cursed him, but he was unswayed. of me, you cheap Mexican whore. She cried, you're a yellow belly gringo and a son of a bitch. Then she twisted a knife deep in his chest. Anger and shock, and it spread the town. That young senorita that put an end to him. And as Kenny let out, drew his last breath, she said, if I had the chance, I'd do it again. The crowd turned their gambling to bet on her fate. It was 50-1, they'd hang her that day. 'Cause a knife in its chest was the same pain they felt. Of the lovers and prospects that didn't pan out. Cried, hey, the hussy, we got drinking to do. And the doctor declared there's a child in her womb, but their stone cold hearts were too proud to budge. And the mob and the jury were as drunk as a judge. She bid adios, amigos, and shook them farewell. Smiled her last and threw her hat to the crowd. Then they hung her suspended between heaven and hell, over the river of old Dannyville. Here's the salt in the room for the ones that she loved. They buried her next to that son of a bitch, and she lay there beside him till her bones turned to clay. Josepha the fearless, the wild and the brave. Thanks, guys. So
Yeah, Kendra.
that part where we get silent, I always mess it up, and because my heart just slows down. Like when I'm thinking about her being hung from the bridge, it just slows down. And last night we were playing at the Vine Chef, and we had a bunch of people listening to us, and it was so great. And everyone's stomping along, but we were all at the wrong, like, what is
Tempo?
it? Tempo. We're at the wrong tempo, and we were all laughing about it. But like, it doesn't matter to me because like when I wake up the next day, I'm just so excited to have people know this woman's name and be singing along with us and stomping their feet, even if we're a little bit off. It just brings joy to my heart.
Yeah.
I had your back.
Welcome. That was fantastic. Kendra Lee, Highwater. Fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
We're here wrapping up now. Heading down the home stretch, coming around third. Here on Bear Flag Radio. Got room for one more song with Kendra Lee, Highwater. Kyle Carr, and John Michael. One more tune. This is the one I've been waiting for.
Okay, Promenade at the Old National. This is about the ladies that used to work at the National Hotel. Time saying sail with the old National Hotel. Watching the snow fall to the ground. Within these walls I've had a few lovers. They're just ghosts, they call me now. Stepping forward, but he said go, just to the floor. Hold on tight for the dawn. Promenade, sorrows away. It's gonna take you for a spin, tears in your eyes. You're resting, those beavering 49. Like the gold from the hill. When the whiskey had dried their tin cups, they packed up the tank just as well. Do-si-do. You can't just see no more. Love won't wake you, catch your breath. You can't find a filler fancy. Doesn't mean you gotta sit down for the dance. California, I got a bone with you to pet. Make one man rest and all the others pour the dry. You left me no partner to lead with, and no thread to mend my skirt. I wouldn't be so bitter. You brought those manners back. I wouldn't be so cold if I had a man to hold. We could just call up down the halls like we used to. The old National Hotel. Thanks for having us,
Okay,
Chris.
now I'm happy. That was amazing. From an old bartender from the old National Hotel, that hits home.
Okay, yeah.
Great stuff.
I think-
Casually Highwater?
yeah.
Thank you so much. What's in your future? Where are you playing next? Do we have any, other than the cafe?
We're starting to figure that out, but like we've been getting asked to do some stuff coming up.
Okay.
I will let you know.
Let me know.
Before we go, I do want to make a little shout out to my boys. They're in Illinois right now.
Okay.
Henry, River, and Fox Atkinson. I love you so much, and I miss you. And I had to say that. And yeah, Kyle, what you have
I
anything
love
to
you,
say?
Mimi and Pop Pop. Shout out to everyone listening.
Yeah, so good to be here. Thank you for having us. It's been
John Michael.
This is a cool
That
place.
was fun.
Kendley
A little
Highwater,
nervous.
Thank you so much for
Thank you. See you guys around town.
Fill up the 95.5 here, 89.5. Great to have that in the studio. My name is Chris Town. We're wrapping up Bear Flag Radio here at KVMR, where we get support from Craig Johnson Plumbing, family-owned plumbing and rooting services, serving Nevada and Placer County since 2024. Make that 2004. 24, that was just last year. So they've been around a little longer than that. And we're also thanking the Craig Johnson Denise, provided plumbing installation, repairs, and emergency services for residential and commercial customers. Information online at craigjohnsonplumbing.com. Oh, there's Dave. Means we're just about out of here. Moments away.
Oh, yeah?
Mr. James is in the house with the Groove Cafe. I'm not sure. There was something that had to do with seltzer. He had some seltzer guns over there. I'm not sure what Mr. James got. But he'll be swinging the doors open to the Groove Cafe at 12 noon. He'll be on the air till 2 o'clock with So Many Roads with Dr. Philgood Washington. I want to give you a little announcement that a week from today on So Many Roads, there'll be a whole host of us who are coming in and paying tribute to Richard Toos, who passed away about a week and a half ago. Richard was a mainstay here at KVMR for so many years, for decades actually, and he's sorely missed. And so we're going to send him off in fine fashion on So Many Roads 1 week from today. And today, though, right after So Many Roads, the Music Magazine with Johnny Gallagher, Soundings with Al Lauer, and then Climate Report with Martin Webb. At 7 o'clock, we will pause our music programming for Democracy Now! And then we'll pick it back up again at 8 o'clock with From the Sublime to the Ridiculous with Don Haslett. And then rock outside the box like a cherry on top of your listening day. It's Rue Cantata. My name's Chris Towns. It's great being here at 89.5. Keep in mind that we are all connected